So what are we going with?
Rzning?
I like
This
that.
is a podcast.
I'm just gonna go anytime.
With Sims.
We're just two guys.
You want to hear
A lot of shit going on.
Listen to it, see what comes out.
Actually, because a lot of people who are getting involved are just basing it on what someone else has said. So when someone gives, like football points in a group chat, the football tips, bare people are signing up. Like, people spend money signing up to WhatsApp groups for pointers on football bets to put on their accumulators.
Seriously?
So the same approach is what people are doing with Bitcoin. They don't fully understand what they are betting their money on and putting their money on, but they're just jumping in.
So basically, it's just taking off the word of one guy
Yeah.
who looks like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's the same with like all them forex traders.
Anyone wears a flipping polo neck these days, and then all of a sudden it's like, that's bona fide. Yeah, take that advice and invest. And it's like, if I ask a few questions about all of this stuff, and I'm like, okay, in your own words, describe to me what it is and how it works, bare people would not be
Rattled.
able to tell me.
Rattled.
They'll be like, oh, well, it's, all those like cloud words, and it's like, no, actually define exactly what it is and how it works. They won't be able to say.
Thing is, a lot of people do take the word off of basically salesmen,
Yeah.
and you just got to think to yourself like, what makes them so qualified? Like, have you done your research on this person? Do you even know that the information they're giving you is sound?
Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, how are you gonna? I know this with anyone that is doing it, but
Yeah.
what Googles have you done?
Same way, there's a few dons who are like certified. They know the precise everything. And then I'm like, wow, like you just wowed me with the information that you have available to you. But I asked the same question to people who bet regularly on football. It's like, okay, so some very like teams that the average person has never heard of. And I'm like, okay, so you are going to bet as part of your accumulator, you're going to bet that they are going to lose to that team. How deep is your knowledge of these teams and how they've been doing this season
Yep.
and all this? It's just like, do you know what? Like, it's betting. And I would hope that a lot of people would use that same word more when it comes to crypto, because a lot of them are not doing calculated risk. They're doing betting. You William Hill, Ladbrokes.
On a prayer.
Do you know what I mean?
Them
So
man- yeah, exactly.
use that word. If that's what you're doing, then use that word.
That's the thing. I think we've touched on this before, but if a lot of people understood that the level of trading that they are doing
Yeah.
is basically gambling. Trading is only reserved. That term trading should be reserved for people that actually know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
Anything below, anything of a certain knowledge, like a basic knowledge, just call it gambling.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're doing. Like, trading is basically making decisions on informed information and understanding the market, getting in, strategically placing, selling and buying and all the rest of it. If you don't know any of that, my guy, you are just throwing your money in the air and hoping it lands in a pot of gold.
Hoping for the best.
Exactly.
Hoping for the best. And
Living
it's cool.
on a prayer.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's fine if that's what you want to do, but just
It's
own
not
up.
fine.
Own up that that's what you're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Don't lie to man.
People are trying to convince themselves that like they are like, don't slap £5 because someone said something on WhatsApp on whatever coin and then put in your bio crypto trader.
Do you know what's funny? That's the baitest one. When a man says they know what they're talking about, but you've only slapped in 20. If you knew what you're talking about and you stood behind what
would've
you
gone hell for leather
did, you
every
would have thrown in a couple bills at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody just throws in 20 because they got a spare 20 kicking about.
Yeah.
You're either a couple of hundred if you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're talking about and you just want to see how it goes and you know, yeah, man got a 20. If I lose this 20, it's not really a big deal. You know, I
Yeah.
can eat. I can still eat. Cool.
Yeah.
But then be honest.
Yeah.
Say that.
Honesty in this society, in this day and age, honesty, that is such a key word in many fronts and many scenes. Honesty.
We need to start investing in honest coin.
Yes.
Loyalty.
Truth coin.
Truth
Honesty.
bit. But do you see I'm Just Bait launch one?
Older before at that point, actually, if we did make that coin, but obviously there needs to be some criteria before you can get involved. Bear man wouldn't be able to get involved if they can't prove their honesty.
Credit check is lacking.
If they can't prove their honesty. Do you know what I mean?
Worst Equifax score in
How many
your
times
life.
have you lied today? Okay, you sir cannot get this coin.
No lie. Man come in talking about, yeah, what's going on? My name's Young Stunner. Instant rejection.
Your name
is not
Cuthbert. Hubert.
the third.
Engelbert. Do you know what I mean? Like, be honest. But yeah, Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. I mean, I applaud it, but it's a hell of a day to come out. The thing just crashed.
But
There's already been like rumors around, unfounded obviously, that he's part of the reason why it crashed.
Wow.
They were like, Bitcoin? Yeah. That means niggas is getting involved. Let's crash this
let's get
whole
out.
thing.
This ship is sinking. Let's get out. But you know what's crazy about him, right? Is when I started following the page, I'm just bait. And then I was a late adapter. I think it was Joel who sent me memes from that page.
Yeah.
And then I followed the page. Then, fast forward a little while, he brings out a vodka brand. A branded I'm just bait. But properly branded, not just some slapper tag on. Like, it was a proper he worked with. And I was just like, wow, that's really cool. But
For a meme page guy, like-
yeah, for a literally meme page
You don't
guy.
think much
meme
of it.
supplier. Powers. But it makes me wonder, like, is this the same approach with trying to introduce a coin?
I mean, me and you briefed this the other day. I still fully don't understand how Bitcoin can just come into existence. That's like me turning up and trying to deposit tone bucks into my bank.
Yeah.
I mean, what is this worth? Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the guy that will slap a $5 into Bitcoin and see what I go on. I will tell you, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see how this thing works.
Yeah.
I'm learning by doing. If I lose that $5, calm. If that $5 turns into £100 in 2 months,
Yeah.
I'll retrace the steps.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand how you can just start a coin.
Do
It
you know
doesn't seem legit, which casts doubt in my mind.
Yeah. The thing that confuses me the most about all of this stuff, right, is okay, banks and everyone are totally not involved, and that's what's key about it. Like governments, banks, all that are independent of all that. But when people say that, okay, this glass of water on the table right now, if between us in this room we agree that's worth £1, then henceforth it's worth £1. So you buy it off me for £1 and I might buy it off you for £1. But then all these other conditions where all of a sudden this glass of water, tomorrow you wake up and you say, oh, glass of water went down.
No, because
Based on who? It's just me and you.
Because if that glass of water is now the only glass of water in the room, the value goes up.
Okay.
If somebody comes in with a tray of glass of waters, the value goes down. So if there's more Bitcoin in the atmosphere, I'm thinking that's what makes it
less
valuable.
It's
not
less,
Bitcoin cryptocurrency, because Bitcoin is an actual type.
Yeah.
I know that much.
But it makes me wonder, right? During the rise of Bitcoin, when Bitcoin went from like $5,000 to $50,000, right? There was bear coins being introduced even before it took the rise. So
Now,
it makes me wonder, like,
I think, and this is me using knowledge from another trading thing to apply it to this. If it's applicable, I don't know. But let's say, for instance, there's 2 different types of cryptocurrency. Just for the sake of argument, there's 2.
Yeah.
Now, one is more popular because maybe it's got Elon Musk tweeted about it. So everyone's like, oh, Elon Musk said this is a good one, so let's go buy into that one. Then what happens is everyone buys into that one and no one's really fucking with the other one.
Yeah.
So then it gets to a point where that other one has to just go burst and it no longer exists.
Yeah.
And then instantly that one goes up. It's like if all currencies on the planet just disappeared except for the pound and the dollar. They would go, because now everybody that has pound and a dollar is winning.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ever using yen or any other kind of currency, any other global currency, done for. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now the currency is whatever is the leading brand.
okay.
So it's like capitalism within capital. And I'm saying all of this, it was explained to me that way.
Yeah.
Trading and the value of stock was explained to me in that manner.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, let's be honest, like, let's deeper for a second. Nobody's using cryptocurrency to actually do anything that we intend to do with it in the future. No one's buying anything. Well, not on a commercial scale. You can't buy your pint of milk with crypto. You can't go Lidl's or Sainsbury's or Tesco and use cryptocurrency yet.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's just stock value. All people are doing is buying into it so that when it does land, they've got bare money.
Yeah.
Which is a problem in itself.
Yeah.
Because now everyone's a millionaire on cryptocurrency. Now a loaf of bread is 20 cryptocurrency. When, do you know what I mean? So I don't think people understand the balance. I don't think people understand that not everyone can be a millionaire in cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Because then nobody's a millionaire in cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's if no one stands head and shoulders above the rest, then the baseline is not at a realistic. But this is the crazy thing, right? About all this.
Sorry to cut you, but basically, in order for anything to have value, it has to have two extremes. A low value and a high value.
Yeah.
And then the value of what you have is based on somewhere in between that. If everybody's got high value, or if the high value is say 99 out of 100 and the highest value is 100 out of 100, then realistically it's no different than having 0 and 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is pointless.
There needs to be a measuring stick for everything. Yeah.
Basically, I mean, it happens in Zimbabwe with the currency.
Yeah.
Man are buying $1 million. What's the currency out there?
Bro, Zim dollars.
Zim dollars. $1 million for a loaf of bread. It sounds a lot, but it's not. People are coming wheelbarrows of cash to buy simple essentials.
Exactly.
And it's like the money's worth nothing.
Analogy. Yeah, because it's just
because everybody's
the value's eroded.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I love the way that this is such uncharted territory that it's like it could be it could be whatever we want it to be. Do you know what I mean? But it also scares me because I'm into those post-apocalyptic films. Do you know what I mean? Like Book of Eli and all them kind of. So I'm worried now that, like, okay, so are you telling me it starts out with Bitcoin and then these things are in future going to equate to like vials of oxygen and like they're gonna equate to like, you know, the compressed food like that they take into space. At some point it's gonna equate to stuff like that, when if there's some natural disaster on this planet and that is all that is remaining.
Thing is, I always see when we're talking post-apocalyptic, apocalyptic. At that point it's just about survival, and we're gonna go back to carnal basics. Who can fist up who quickly first. If I see a lamb in the middle of the street, or like a fresh vine that I can get like nutrients from, and you're on one end and I'm on the other side and we're equidistant from this goal, bruv, one of us has got to go in the name of survival. I don't care. I could be a millionaire. You know what I mean? It don't make no difference at that point. I can't go to you and say, let me give you this million million Bitcoin. What's he gonna? What is that person gonna do with it?
But
go where?
I get that. But true,
it's about who has the biggest leng.
It's one of these things, right? Where old African saying, a proverb that says, like, look, if both of us are getting chased by a lion, I ain't gotta outrun the lion. I just gotta outrun you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But same time, if we're talking about the bartering system that like goes into like prehistoric times of, I have this rock, it is shiny, and I like it, so you like it too. And it's like, I have a lamb here, you need to eat. I have a lamb, you ain't got a lamb. What we gonna do? But I need those, whatever it is you've got over there, I need those specific sticks to build my little structure for home. So you want this, and I want that. The kind of dealing that
I mean, it's the same thing as like stonemasons and carpenters. Back in the day. I'm good with wood. You're good with stone. In order for us to, allow me.
You walked into that one, but
allow me.
You walked right into that one.
I did. All right. But yeah, say like I'm a carpenter, and you're a stonemason. In order for me to build the best house I can possibly build, I'm gonna need your expertise. I'm gonna need your skills. In order for you to build the best house you can possibly have, you need my skills. So now we get to a stage where you can be selfish and build all your crib out of stone, but it's never going to be as good as if you had wood in it as well. Pause. I could build my thing out of like wood and all the rest of it, but it's never going to be as stable as if I had stone in it as well. So we each basically have to come up to an agreement and say, right, I'll do this work for you if you do this work for me. Do you know what I mean? And then we're both winning. But then what happens is when you decide, but my stone is more valuable to a house. The foundation is the most important things. Without the foundation, your wood and your carpentry can't sit straight. And I'm like, I hear that, but without the wood, you don't have a house. That's when we have to start renegotiating and be like, right, how much wood is worth the stone that you have.
Yeah.
And how much skill does it take me to do that it takes you to do your stone? And that's where it starts to become. Now we start moving in a situation, we start moving into a space where it's like, now your stone is worth 2 of my, pieces of wood or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a mad one, but I reckon that's how initially all the shit got out of control.
Yeah.
It's because man them started rating things on different levels.
And then
it's
goes
just
mad.
like what's
same
more
way.
valuable, fish or beef?
Yeah, yeah. But same way, it starts out as that as it has in the past. It starts out as that. But in my specific scenario in my head, post-apocalyptic times, where people will somehow, some way, there'll be a privileged few who built their crazy bunkers and survived with some forms of technology and all this kind of. Have you ever seen 2012 where they go to like these
Yeah. Is that the one where they go to Canada?
India, I think it is, because of sea level.
There's a film actually. I think it's actually fairly recent. It came out. It's on Amazon. I watched it a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And they go into Greenland, actually, not Canada.
Oh, okay.
Greenland, and that's where all the bunkers are.
Ah.
But everyone gets chosen at random.
Okay, so it's not okay. 2012 was very specific, depending on what you did.
Yeah, so you were chosen at random based on your skill set and all the rest of it.
Oh,
I think it's got Jared Butler in it. It's a trash ass movie. It's not good.
I think I saw, and the youth gets taken away by like
yes, because he's ill, so he's got diabetes. So they were getting on the plane, right? They were getting on the plane to safety
or something, and then they like
no. The mum is like, he hasn't got his diabetes thingies.
Yeah.
So the dad's like, all right, just stay here with the child. They're in the departure lounge effectively. Stay here with the child.
Yeah.
I will run back because he's the one with the pass. He gets a plus. He gets a +2 in it.
Yeah.
So he's the one with the pass. He's like, don't go nowhere. Anyway, he runs back, and while he's coming back, the woman goes to one of the security. Oh, my son, I'm with my husband. No, so the security comes up to her and goes, are you not getting on a plane? Who are you with?
Yeah.
So I'm just with my husband. He's gone back to the car. He'll be back in there a second. He's gone back to the car to get my son's diabetes packed. So in their head, they're like, oh, your son got diabetes, not eligible. And then they get removed.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I was so vexed when that happened because I was like, see, this is what happens when you tell people too much.
Yeah.
Need to know.
Yeah.
Ma'am, where is your pass? My husband's got it. He'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
He's gone back to the car to get something.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't need to be giving life story, telling everybody your personal business. Now look what happened.
Now
It's been
look,
used against you. Because your son's got diabetes, he's no longer eligible because they didn't know that when they selected.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
But I forgot what the original point was. But 2012 apocalyptic. Who has the biggest leg? Who's the healthiest? Who's the fittest? Who's the strongest? Because if you're a stone-mason and a carpenter and I ain't got no skills, but I can bust your head, guess who's living in the house?
There will be, I think there will be a level of primal instinct, base level
100.
survival. But I truly believe that they have thought, like in terms of even the way society is now and the way that certain things are extended to the rich only. Space travel. Remember when people were just buying tickets to Virgin to go in space? Like literally, do you know what I mean? Like there's certain opportunities that are only available to. Yeah. Like really casually buying a ticket for outer space.
Yeah.
And I was just like, do you know what? So I fully believe that these things are there where they've protected even beyond the military bunkers that can like survive nuclear strikes and all these kind of things. All stockpiled with whatever food is needed to survive every eventuality.
Bare corned beef.
Do you know what I mean? By the truckload. But I believe that it is there, and should there come a time where something is to happen, like they don't just. Although I like these films, it's not a tease and be like, ha ha ha. Wouldn't it be funny if this happens?
It's not hypothetical.
It's not.
It's slowly drip feeding us the idea that you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like,
so remember your
what
place.
business does the new world have with a DJ/event host?
Bro,
podcasters ain't got no business. We're here talking shit. We're not even giving people valuable information.
But you know what? Imagine this, right?
It's not like we know some shit and we're just telling everybody.
You're a sick brain surgeon.
Yeah.
But you just aren't the best. They are taking the best guy and his family. You are pretty damn good. Do you know what I mean? In your part of the world.
So
but you are not the best brain surgeon.
I need to find some privileged
Do you know what I mean?
ones that look
Open
similar.
heart surgery.
Yeah.
you're sick, but you're just not the best in
But
the
you know
world.
what, me? You see me,
We
I'm
can
the
only
type of
take
guy,
one.
like, when my rich, privileged friend gets that call,
Yeah.
guess who's stealing his pass?
Why are you gonna
Leg!
Bro, whoever he is, he will not be your twin. So they'll. Do you know what I mean?
All right, maybe he's not my twin, but if I've got the pass,
I've got the pass. What are you gonna do?
now it's the first sign of someone needs open heart surgery.
Then it's
I'm
a
asleep.
problem.
I'm asleep. I'm asleep. There must be. Is there not a backup one in here? Like
Yeah.
you just got the one heart surgeon. That's on y'all.
Yeah, I would
Now look-
imagine that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
would have
gonna
a
be
few
real
of them.
peak.
Like industry leading,
Yeah,
but yeah,
they need a boxer on there. They only having the
A
best
boxer?
one. A boxer.
Why a boxer?
Boxers are important to the world. Okay. Let me widen it. Entertainers and sports people, athletes.
Do you reckon?
On a genetic level,
Yeah, all right. So
Athlete.
like LeBron James,
Yeah.
Tyson, I don't know, a Fury, Deontay Wilder.
controversial.
Nah, genetically speaking, he's not a
Oh,
greatest
yeah,
boxer.
okay, yeah.
But genetically if we
speaking.
are stripping back to what they're actually used for,
Yeah, he will.
What they would be used for
He
in the
will
new world.
chew you like corn in a cob.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like bare boxers out there.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Like
like
it-
Deontay Wilder who said like I'm not happy till I've got a body on my record.
yeah.
Barefaced to the media.
Part of me thinks that
That's
he's
all manner of evil.
Yeah, I know, right? Part of me thinks he's being real, but the other part of me thinks that he knows what he looks like he's capable of doing. So he plays up to it, he plays into it, kind of thing. It's like he looks like a killer. People have told him that he's a killer as a euphemism, but he actually wants to kill to prove a point. To be honest, that's the only way you can do it legally is in sports entertainment.
Yeah, it's mad. But actually, Tyson Fury and AJ is off.
Off.
Yeah, because he Deontay Wilder won his appeal for the third fight rule.
Oh, right.
There's a clause that he can trigger, and he won that appeal.
Oh, so what is... because I remember, what was it, a couple of days ago, I saw it was announced in Saudi.
Yeah.
So what, he just said, nah, it's my turn.
So now, unless the people with the big money say this is too lucrative for us to not make happen, unless they switch it on that front, but legally, there was a clause in his contract from the fight before, and he won that appeal. So strictly speaking, he
So AJ's
should
next
get a
fight has
fight
to be-
with Fury before. Yeah.
So
before,
what, Wilder's supposed to have a fight with AJ before Fury.
No, Wilder is supposed to have a rematch
Oh.
before AJ gets to fight Fury.
AJ is skipping, boy. AJ's like, yeah, I need Wilder to give him a
Do you know what?
couple heavy knocks to the face.
AJ, no matter what happens in this life, he's hitting the bag.
He'll
He's
get it
always
back.
done one.
But
Like,
the thing is, I think
do you know what I mean?
what might tear him apart is if he allows his ego to get away. Because out of the three, he's the worst.
Yeah.
He's not the he'll probably lose out of the three. In a three-way bout,
Yeah.
he's the first one to go.
It's peak.
Look, bruv, I like AJ. He's
Yeah.
home team, like,
Yeah.
but
let's be honest.
fists, I get fists. And Fury's not an idiot. Fury's probably the best in my opinion.
Okay.
Wilder is just an animal.
Yeah.
Like he's raw. With a bit more techie and a bit more years in the game. But what Wilder doesn't have, what AJ has over Wilder can learn.
Yeah.
What Wilder has over AJ can't get. That's where I'm going with that. So if Wilder is willing to learn a bit more and be a bit more experienced in the game,
Yeah.
and fighting Fury will probably give him that experience. It's like the badge that he needs to unlock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once that happens, wee. AJ's days are numbered, boy.
You know what? I'm still laughing at this shit you sent me on IG. My uncle went back to the Dominican Republic for Christmas, and his baby mom's stroke girlfriend, who's now his wife, surprised him with a wedding. And when you see this photo,
Fury.
go
Brother,
I'm gonna
it's
post this to
fun.
the story. And when you watching this, well, obviously the story won't last that long, but I'll try and time it. But like his facial expression just says it all. It's something so special. Hey, it's pressure, man.
Hey! Imagine you just turn up, you're looking to live life.
Yeah, go on holiday,
sea,
bro.
sand,
For goodness sake.
and cocktails,
Yeah.
and then boom.
Go on holiday.
You will marry me this minute.
Jeez.
He is furious, blood.
Shotgun wedding, but the other way around.
But who's forcing him though? Is he by force?
Do you know what? That's a very good point because he can just be like, nah, I'm with it.
Man said my chest. But the thing is, I'm trying to ascertain how he feels that he's being forced.
Do you know what though? I kind of get it because
Is he like too embarrassed to be like, nah, what are you doing, man? Maybe in like the heat of the moment, like I can imagine this scenario happened.
yeah,
She was kicking off and being like, oh, why have you not proposed yet? We've been going out for so long. We got kids and all the rest of
Yeah.
it. Like, why are we not married? He was like, listen, the way things are set up right now, I don't have the money to do it. You know, if there was a magical fairy that could just miraculously put together a wedding and you just told me to turn up, then yeah, I would do it. Him thinking that this ain't gonna happen.
that's written it
And
off.
then she just sprung on him on some surprise.
Surprise.
Surprise, motherfucker. Hard eyes,
Straight
motherfucker.
Dangerous, man. Dangerous.
But yeah, he got ambushed.
Worst. Another one that tickled me. Actually, you sent this just the other day. So, okay, Tikrit in Iraq unveils the 6-foot-tall statue to commemorate a shoe that was thrown at George Bush. Straight away when I saw this, and it's a beautiful statue, but straight away when I saw this, I remembered when that actually happened.
Yeah,
And it was
George
on the
Bush,
news.
isn't it?
Yeah, and when it was on the news.
I just took off the shoe and launched
But
it.
man flung it with some serious spin. It wasn't
didn't
like
hit
a
him,
little casual throw. It might hit, it might not. No, it was a very intentional. If this heel contacts his forehead, it will probably knock him out.
The thing that I'm laughing at is that back day, they allowed man to throw a projectile at the president of the US.
Yeah.
Just like that could have been anything.
You know what?
A shoe. That's funny though.
For-
Because in them cultures, that's the highest form of disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. Them
Like-
places like, bro, like if you think about the US,
You're not even
president
allowed to
now-
have your foot up.
Yeah.
At somebody's level. Like if you're all cotching around the table and you put your foot on the table and the bare foot is facing somebody, big disrespect.
big corn. But that's the crazy thing. If
Big corn.
Bitcoin. No, but if someone is in a press conference with the US president, this is how times have changed. Or perhaps that was just, I don't know what was different there. But if you even make a gesture
I reckon the
to
Secret
reach
Service,
down,
really Secret
you are
Service wanted them to get
tackled.
hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
If you even reach down to, as if you're picking something up, you are tackled before them dudes like the Simpsons with the glasses on staring left and right. They are all up in the place.
Yeah,
You know what I
they'll
mean?
dive on you, cuz.
So before you even take your shoe from the ground to, you've already, do you know what I mean? Might look like
finished.
there's one of those guns that's in a shoe. Do you know what I mean? Before you've even done that, you've been tackled. You're down on the ground. So
What's going on, people? You're now listening to the Rzning and Szning podcast with myself, Ellen Tone.
And me, King Sims,
Make sure you check out new episodes every Friday on Spotify.
and weekly on YouTube.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Rzning and Szning podcast.